Hello, welcome to Staillo Gaming. I'm not here to waste your time, so let me just introduce to you the YouTuber that's going to be in mine and Pete's horror game.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da 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 Preparing the
Good beans! She plays all sorts of different games on her channel. I've collaborated with her. She's good vibes all around.
Oh, dang! Doodle Bop is on me. Doodle Bop. Doodle.
Honestly, it's a fun time with her on and off camera. Her channel link will be in the description if you're interested in checking her out. I'm so honored to have you in this game, so thank you so much, Amira. So, like a creeper, I asked Good Beans to send me pictures from different sides of her face to plaster it in Blender for her customer model. She's a good sport for not blocking me after that request. She's a huge Billie Eilish fan, so of course I had to get Billie out here, at least in jacket form that I own, so it's technically not copyright, I hope. I plan for this game to be free, so I don't plan on selling any DLCs or anything that has to do with Billie or this jacket. The way I cut the hand, I guess it got messed up, so I'm just rearranging the hands here so that there's color in the rest of her hands. So this is a quidink. I have these pants that have a keychain on them that says good vibes. Get it? I would label that as a 50 IQ move if you ask me. For the shoes, I have no idea why the cuts look like this. I got very nitpicky about the shoes here until I realized that it really doesn't matter. I don't want Pumas. Oh, those are not Pumas. I didn't want Fila, like another brand showing on the character. So I just made the rest of the shoes one solid color. As always, we've got to check the face orientation. Yes, pretty good. So this is my February to-do list. I had to change it to March because I don't think I did anything on it in February. Finally imported Good Beans into the scene. And there she is in video game form. Seeing the work all come together is such a rewarding feeling to me. Thank you so much for watching these videos and helping me make this game come to life. What I did here was create a new animation of the customer walking inside. And I was thinking of moving the door to make it in front of the counter, but it just felt like a cop-out maybe, like, wow, that's so simple. And the customers aren't really gonna eat inside. I plan on just having them leave, like pick up their food and leave. So just having a straightforward and back animation seems kind of boring maybe. I've been told that she looks creepy, just gliding through the restaurant. And then towards the end, I liked that she went really fast to the counter just because I think it's kind of creepy. For the animation, I used Imphenzia's Reggae Low Poly character Blender tutorial to be able to animate Good Beans. Moving it like this reminds me of an animatronic, especially from Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, and her hip. Her hip is missing. I had way too much fun being able to move this model around like this. After connecting the limbs to the model, there were some bones affecting body parts that I didn't want them to affect, so I went to weight paint. So for example, if I moved her top leg bone to move the top leg, it would move more than just that body part, it would move the hips or waist. To fix that, I would click on the bone and then erase the colors of the limbs that I don't want that bone to affect. So without colors, it won't affect that body part. After that, it was time to get on with the breathing / idle and walking animation. I forgot to lift up the leg as, like, you know, when you walk, you lift up your foot to put it in front of you. I forgot to do that, so her feet are just gliding through the floor, which results in forever moonwalking. No, this seriously has to be my favorite clip ever. I want to give thanks to SomeHumbleOnion, the creator of Shumi Come Home. In his Discord server, I was conflicted on whether I should create the walking animation in Blender or Unity. Of course, deep down I believed Blender was better for moving limbs, but I was just too lazy to start. But his help really gave me the motivation to just do it. Good Beans isn't replaceable, but in this case, her model is. I'm replacing her unrigged model with a freshly animated one. There were a couple of missteps I did to get the customer to walk inside the restaurant and do the walking animation at the same time. I connected the customer entering the restaurant animation to the actual walking animation in the Animator window because I didn't know what I was doing here, but that's okay. And that resulted in the customer entering the restaurant 2 feet deep in the ground for some reason. I wasn't able to fix this yet, but I think it had to do something with the scaling maybe of the model, or possibly even in Blender. We'll find out together whenever I get around to that again. Next thing I did was checkmarked the loop time option so that the walk animation would loop indefinitely. She was just walking in place after that, so I started messing around with the transition arrow from the walk animation to the entering restaurant animation and did something with the timeline. When I played the game, I checked the has exit time option and that got her to move. But hey, if it works without you knowing how you did it, congratulations! You've made it as a game developer. Last but not least, I want to showcase what TheMusicalPete has been working on as well. He's been following a CodeMonkey tutorial. I will find the link for that tutorial and add it in the description as soon as possible. You basically grab the burger ingredient from these boxes and place them on the cutting board, and then you're able to chop them up. This is another example with some lettuce or lettuce. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but the reason Pete created this system for our game was because I actually had creep scope. Or is it cope creep? Creep cope? And scope creep, I think that's what it's called. Basically, the way I wanted the gameplay to be at first was you grab each seasoned ingredient from the boxes in the office, and then you bring them up to the kitchen. It was long nights of trying to make that work using Raycast, but when Pete told me that he was seeing this as a scope creep, I had to reflect on that. Of course, not in a bad way. I'm forever grateful that Pete single-handedly saved this game, honestly. The more I thought about it, the more I was thinking that whatever system I was trying to do, it didn't sound fun. I was wasting too much time on something that wasn't even the main point of the game, horror-wise at least. There is so much I still want to create, and this was a roadblock for me because I think I spent weeks just trying to make it a thing, trying to make it happen. I'm so thankful to have Pete as a friend and a co-creator for this game, so thank you. There is so much gratitude in this video. If you made it without throwing up, I'm glad. Not sure what the next video will be about, but maybe I could do your suggestions from past devlogs of this game. I do read your comments and I do try out your suggestions behind the scenes, so thank you. Okay, that's enough thanks in the video. And actually I forgot about my outro. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!